Hello, Brian here, live again, popping on for the third in my impromptu mini-series on offer energetics. I think that's what I'll call it, offer energetics. Some of the things that we need to consider when we're developing offers and thinking about developing offers. I'm doing this series of live because I'm in the process at the moment of enrolling into my group coaching program, Offer Wizard, which is all about how we ideate, validate, create, launch, promote and sell our offers, our aligned offers that are aligned to our own energy and also to the energy of our ideal clients. That's what Offer Wizard is all about. And it starts on the 29th of April, so not very long now, a week on Monday, in fact. There's an early bird price available until tomorrow, that's Sunday at midnight, and there's details of that in my link tree. But that's not what I want to talk to you about today. In this third episode of this series, this little mini-series, what I wanted to address was, it's really a question that I'm asked quite a lot about offer creation and, what offers to create when. So many of my clients will say, what offer should I start with? Should I start with a high ticket offer or a low ticket offer? Should I put together a one-to-one coaching program if I haven't done any coaching before, or can I go straight into group? Or if I want to go into group, do I need to have done one-to-one first? Or, should it be an audio-based program or a text-based program or video-based, etc., etc.? There's all kinds of questions about the type and format of offer that people can put together, and also the issue of what to do when. And another question that comes up quite a lot is, how many offers should I have running at any one time, and how many offers should I be selling at any one time, etc., etc., etc. So there's quite a lot I could say about this that I don't have time to say in what's going to be a fairly short video. So let me just give you a kind of a global perspective on this, my global perspective on this. In relation to what type of offer we should put together, the format it should have, etc., etc., whether it's group coaching, one-to-one, passive course-based, delivered live, whatever the factors are, the bottom line answer is, it ultimately does not matter. Now, that's not to say that it doesn't matter in the sense of where you are right now in your entrepreneurial journey, and also where your people are, where your audience is in relation to what they need and what they need. These are all important factors that you should take into account when you're deciding what offer to develop. But what I'm saying here is that there is not a single best offer model out there. There's not a single perfect offer model out there. There's not an offer model that is right as opposed to being wrong, etc., etc., other than what is right for you and your business and your people in the moment. So can you start with a group coaching program even if you've not done one-to-one coaching before? Absolutely you can, and many people have, if it feels right to you. If it doesn't feel right to you, if you feel that you need to have that one-to-one experience first, you should set up a one-to-one program. Is it best to do a passive course rather than something delivered live? Potentially, if that's what you feel like doing and if that's what you're called to do. Or it might be that it's better for you to go ahead and do something live. So there isn't an absolute answer to this. What I wanted to share with you today, though, is a way of thinking that might be useful for you in terms of thinking about where to start and where to go with your offer creation journey. And that's to talk about offer seasons, or rather seasons within your business and within your entrepreneurial life that are relevant to deciding upon what kind of offers you should be playing with and working with. And there are 4 seasons I've identified. They're not based on linear time. So I'm not suggesting you need to start in one season and go sequentially from one to the other, but see if you can identify yourself in one or probably more than one of these seasons, because we can be in more than one at any one time. And the reason that this is a useful framework to think about is it can give you permission to think about what kind of thing you should be doing in terms of offer creation and when it's the right time to do something different. So the first season that I want to mention is what I think of as being the season of possibility and play. This is the season where quite frankly, the best thing you can be doing and the thing you should be doing is allowing yourself to experiment with offers and be guided by what feels right to you in the moment. So allow yourself to be excited. Does it feel exciting to you to put together a mini workshop? Does it feel exciting to you to put together a challenge? Does it feel exciting to you to make it a paid offer? And if so, high ticket, medium ticket, low ticket? Or does it feel exciting to you to make it a free offer? And I'm emphasizing exciting here. I'm not emphasizing is it strategically the right thing to do based upon all the metrics that you have available to you? Because the chances are, if you are in this season of your business, you don't have access to enough metrics or experience or data to help you to make a specific decision based on any of those things. What you're most likely being pulled by is a desire to help people, a desire to serve, a feeling of something that you can put together that will be helpful for people, and maybe not being quite clear what that thing is, whether it's a one-to-one coaching program or a group coaching program or a course or an ebook or a whatever, but you feel that excitement inside you. And when you're in this season of possibility and play, this is the period of magic. This is the period where really exciting quantum leaps can happen because you can put together an offer that might not feel logically right or sensible, but that can be very powerful both for you and for the people who are in it. So this is about not overthinking it, not allowing yourself to be stuck in fear, moving forward with your offer ideas and trying things out, casting your bread on the waters, as it were, and seeing what works, and having the courage to experiment and to play in this field of possibility. Just having the enthusiasm to move forward and to align your actions with your intention, which is to serve, to offer something to people who need help. And of course, in that process, like any offer creation process, we should be thinking about things like, what does this feel like for me? How does it align to my energy? What do I see my prospective clients need? Maybe if you have some clients already, you could ask them what they need. You would test it out with them. But this is about not overthinking the structure of your offer and giving yourself permission to try it and see what works and see what doesn't work, and to see it as a learning experience that you can grow from. And this season of possibility and play is not a season that you leave and never return. You'll come back to this season multiple times in your entrepreneurial life and journey after you've been through the other seasons, and after you're really established, and after you have multiple offers out there. There will be periods where you come back into this season of possibility and play. It's a really exciting place to be in. It's a very creative place to be. And as I say, it's one of these areas where real quantum leaps can happen. It's the season of daring to do something. So that's the first season, the season of possibility and play. Very exciting, very unstructured, very intuitive, very creative, very kind of from the heart, from the soul. The next season to think about is what I think of as being the season of structure and solidity. So this is where you get more strategic. This is where you probably have some data based on the playing you've been doing, based on the experimenting you've been doing. You have some data that you can use to help you frame your next offer. You'll have a sense of, is it better to do something one-to-one? Is that how I like working, for example? I've tried some things. I love the one-to-one stuff. That's what I want to do more of. Is that where you're at? Or did you find yourself thinking, maybe you did try one-to-one and you found you didn't like it. Maybe you found this didn't really light me up. I didn't like having my calendar full of one-to-one appointments. I want to have more freedom in my calendar, and yet I want to serve more people. Therefore, I'm going to move into group coaching. Live, perhaps, or I'm going to move into creating a pre-recorded passive course that I can sell without having to be live on camera all the time or in appointments all the time. Thinking about things like that. So thinking about what structure you want. It's also where you might begin to think about how you refine your offers into an offer suite. So you might think about having more than one offer, and this leads on to the next season I'm going to tell you about, but thinking about how you can create different offers that perhaps serve different parts of your client base, but also that serve different parts of you and your creative self. For some people, they love having one offer, and it's entirely possible to have a very successful, thriving business based on one offer that you sell over and over and over again, or sell continually as an evergreen offer. That can be very lucrative, very fulfilling, very transformative, very impactful. But you may be in a position where you think, I want more than this. I want more than this for me. I want more than this for my people. I want to have more than one offer. So this might be where you start to experiment with that offer suite idea. It's also the season where, by building structure and stability and solidity into your business, you will almost certainly be beginning, if you haven't already been doing so, you'll be beginning to embed a brand, because you will begin to have a sense of what is the essence of you and your work. What's the essence of what you produce? How does it make people feel? How does it make you feel? What's the aesthetic of it? What are the colours you use often in your social media feed, or in your containers? You know, what kind of branding do you have? What kind of colours? What kind of style? Is it dark and contrasting and corporate? Is it colourful and pastel shades and whimsical? Is it, you know, rainbows and unicorns? Is it, you know, graphs and charts and clear lines? What kind of feel does your brand have? Some of that will emerge from the process of structuring and solidifying your offer and your offers. So this is the period of moving into branding and being clear about who you are, who you serve, what you do. Also being clear about your boundaries. So being clear about what you're prepared to do as an entrepreneur and what you're not prepared to do. What kind of time do you want to make available to this, and what time do you want to protect? How much capacity do you have to work one-to-one with people or in group? What kind of style of container do you put together? This is the season of structure and solidity, where, based on what you've learned from the season of possibility and play, you can start to concretize things in a really exciting way. That's the second season. The third season is where things really get to take off. This is the season of expansion and scaling. Now, scaling in the online space, in online terms, generally is taken to mean serving more people, growing your client base by being able to serve more people without having to take more time to do it. So I'm not talking here about scaling by necessarily taking on more clients within your calendar. If you have one-to-one offers, for example, filling your calendar so that you've got no space left. I'm talking about strategically scaling so that you bearing in mind the boundaries you've established in the previous season, that you are able to structure your business in a way that serves you and also serves your client, but allows for growth. And this is the season where you would begin to think about not just having an offer suite, as in multiple offers, but thinking about how your clients might move between those offers. So, for example, you may have a membership, or let's say a group coaching program, which may be an ongoing membership, or it might be something you run on a cohort basis. And you might enroll people directly into that. And it might be very successful. That might work really well. This would be the season where you maybe start thinking about having a lower ticket, shorter, more concentrated offer that enables more people to enter it as a way of selling them on, if they want to be sold on, to this higher ticket offer. So maybe it would be a mini workshop, or maybe it would be a 3-day or a 5-day challenge. Maybe it would be some free content in the shape of an offer, a free mini course, for example, or a low ticket course. And that then you could ascend people from that into your group offer. And beyond that, you might have something at the other end. You might think, now is the time. I've done some work with groups. I've done some one-to-one coaching at a fairly solid level. Now is the time for me to level up into having a higher ticket mastermind, for example. There's all kinds of options, and there's, again, no set template you have to follow. You may not want a higher ticket offer. You may not want to spend time with lower ticket offers. You might want to stick with the middle tier offer if that's what you've started with. But it is about you being able to work out for yourself what would work best in order for you to scale your business. Maybe this is the point where you move from one-to-one into one-to-many. But this season of expansion and scaling is where you can become even more strategic and begin to pull in some of the strategies that help you to grow your business. One of the things I see people doing very often in this space is jumping into this season too quickly. So they're only at the beginning of their journey, and yet they're trying to leverage fairly sophisticated strategies for expansion and scaling. And then they wonder why it doesn't work. And the reason it doesn't work is that they're not in that season yet. So it's about knowing what season you're in and knowing what to lean into. And the season of expansion and scaling, you'll know you're in it when you know that you want to grow. You know that you want to serve more people. You know that you want to make more money. These are ways of knowing that you're in the season of expansion and scaling. And then the fourth season, and this one really excites me because it's like a step forward, but it's also looping back to the first season, that season of possibility and play. You get to go back into that at a higher level. This fourth season is, I think of this one as the season of alignment and power. So this is the season where you are so confident in who you are as a coach, an entrepreneur, a healer, a consultant, an online trainer, tutor, teacher. You're so confident in your own energetic capacity and in the power of your service, your offer to the world. And I mean offer in the global sense here, not necessarily specific individual offers, but your offer as a person to the world. You're so confident in that, you're able to play at a higher level in terms of creativity. And this is where you can start making more decisions about the kind of offer suite you want to have, the way that you want to show up online, the way that you want to interact with people, the kind of people you want to have in your containers. This is where you really begin to allow yourself to expand your idea of what's possible. What can go along with this season that can be quite challenging for people is that it is also the season where you might find you not start to, but continue to outgrow what previously fitted you. And that can mean the niche you're in, the kind of containers you're creating and delivering. It can mean the people that you're serving and working with. It can mean your own self-concept as an entrepreneur. It can mean all kinds of things. But you might find that you start to outgrow those things, and in outgrowing those things, you might experience some discomfort. And my reminder to you here is, when you're in this season of alignment and power, you need to look at how far you've come and recognize that you're back into, in a sense, this season of possibility and play at a different, arguably higher, upgraded level. And it calls on you to take bigger choices, make bigger moves, and to play again in that field of possibility. So those are the 4 seasons to think about in terms of where you are and what kind of offers you might want to be creating. The season of possibility and play, the season of structure and solidity, the season of expansion and scaling, and the season of alignment and power. You will be in one or more of those seasons at any one time, because you are not a one-dimensional person. So it's possible to straddle more than one of these at any one time, and to draw on the energetic reserves that each one of these seasons gives you access to. And I would suggest to you that when it comes to thinking about your offers and what offer you should be creating, before you move into thinking, what shape should my offer be? How many modules should it have? What price should it be? you know, should it be evergreen or cohort based or any of those structural technical things, before you think of that, think about the things I've been sharing in this series, the season you're in, the energetic alignment you have with your offer ideas, and the energetic alignment you have with your clients and their access to your offers. These are all things that, as a foundational perspective to come from, will really help you on your offer creation journey. So I hope that's been helpful. Just a reminder, Offer Wizard is enrolling now. And if you are interested in having my support to help you to ideate, validate, create, launch, market, and sell your next or your first profitable offer, I would love to work with you. If you have any questions and would like to know more about Offer Wizard, just let me know. Send me a DM. I will certainly answer any questions you might have. And if you look on my link tree, you'll see a link to 2 different options for Offer Wizard, a pay in full and a payment plan. But if you click on either of those, it will take you to the page that tells you what's in the program, how it works, and what it's all about. So if any of that would be of interest to you, I encourage you to look at those links. Thank you for sharing this time with me, and I'll see you all again very soon. Take care.